This is a Tape Deck podcast.
Hello, and welcome back to Inside the Runner Studio. This is your host, Tom, and with me, as always, are Aaron, Michael, and Diana.
Hello.
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 And we are so happy to have our friend Robert here. Hey, Robert.
Hey, guys.
Yay,
How are ya?
Robert.
I'm doing good today.
So, Robert, you know the format. This is going to be kind of rapid fire. This is our mini series where we get to know folks in our running community. We're going to ask you a bunch of questions, some running related, some not running related, and just really get to know you. But before we jump into the questions, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, like where you're from and how you know who you know in this gang, this motley crew?
Yeah, sure. I'm 65. I've semi-retired and started my own business at home a few years ago, which gave me time to start running. And I'm active in the Pineland Striders, and that's where I met Aaron and Michael. I'm quite often the guide for a group run that we do in the Pinelands, up and down the Mullica River Trail, and they showed up there.
Where Robert never gets lost.
Yeah, well, not anymore.
Not anymore.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. The running joke between Michael and Robert, though, were always that Robert got everyone lost.
Yeah. Well, it's worse when I'm with my other friend Fernando.
Oh,
because we get to jibber jabber and we're just talking and forget to look for blazes and turns.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know? So we're like blah 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 blah. Where the heck are we?
yeah, that happened one time on one of the Batona legs. I think you guys had passed me maybe or something, and then I got to the turnaround point to go back, and I'm like, did Robert show up yet? And they're like, no. I'm like, that's weird. He was a little bit ahead of me, and I stopped to tie my shoes.
Well, then there was also the time that we were out there with a couple people, and we ended up on the road for a little too long. And when we just made the decision to turn around, and then Robert sends me a screenshot later. Like, if we had just gone like another
Quarter mile.
not even a quarter mile, it was like a tenth of a mile, we would have just ended right back up on the trail again. Yeah. But instead, we backtracked and
all the way back,
and really didn't need to.
Yeah, that was kind of nuts. Yeah, so it's funny. I have this a split reputation among the Striders and other people running in the Pinelands that I often get lost, and yet I'm a reliable guide.
That's true.
It's a mixed bag.
Yes.
I love that. That's so fun.
All right, we're going to jump into the questions, and I think Diana's going to kick us off with our first first running-related question.
Running-related questions. Yes. It's been a while since we've recorded these.
Yeah.
We're
A little
rusty.
Behind the scenes, we do a bunch of these all at once and then don't do them for,
Months.
I don't know, months.
It's true.
So I was like, we have to look at that again tonight. So Robert, do you have a weird running habit or quirk?
Not really. The only quirk that I have is that I can't eat for several hours before I run, and that's that's one of the reasons I don't run as early as I would like to run. It's I have troubles with evening runs, so that's a little weird.
All right. When you see another runner coming towards you, what do you do?
Well, first I study their form.
So you can give them notes.
So I can assess whether they're serious or not, and then whether their form is good or not, I will I look to see what they're doing, but I try to get a wave or a nod or something. I'm a friendly runner.
Okay. It's better than Michael, who tries to run away from everyone.
Avoid eye contact. I'm the same way. I'm a friendly runner. And actually, I don't like it when people aren't friendly when they're out there. I'm like,
I give
wave
nods.
back, please.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, when you're feeling the pain and someone looks you in the eye and just gives you a nod, like they can commiserate with you, it feels good. Like I feel like it's a nice feeling.
It does, and there's so few of us out there. Let's bond a little.
Yeah.
So, what was the worst day you remember running, whether it's a race or training run or otherwise?
Oh, so the worst day was I was running the Delaware Distance Classic 15K, and it's in Delaware, as you might guess. It starts in Delaware City, and it runs along the canal that connects the Delaware, I guess, to the Chesapeake or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's on a lot on the towpath, and for a race that was I think it was in October, but it was like super hot and humid, and there was just a little bit of a breeze. So going out, and it's kind of an out and back, and going out, it wasn't so bad. There was a breeze, in your face, and the people who were passing me that had already been to the turnaround and coming back were saying, the breeze will be the other way when you come back, so you won't be running into the wind anymore. But I got to the turnaround, and sure enough, the breeze was at your back, but the breeze was about the speed that I was running at. So it was like running in still air, and I got so overheated and I was so miserable that I ended up, I ended up dropping to a walk. It was so bad. I just couldn't keep running anymore.
Oh, no.
It was terrible.
Yeah. The humidity will get you on top of that stillness. Oh gosh, it's awful. And
Yeah,
October,
totally still air.
October is now. It lingers.
Very warm a lot of times.
It lingers now.
Yeah. It's kind of been like that in the morning recently, where it's just been like humid and sticky out.
Well, I'm used. I can run at it now. One year I think I was training for a half marathon, and a friend of mine was training for a full, and she'd actually do like a couple of miles on the treadmill, then run to where we met, would run my long run with me, and then run some more.
Oh my gosh.
But we were doing 12, 13, 14 miles in the middle of summer, and it was killing me at first, and I broke through that summer that I can now run. I mean, I've run 50 miles in or a 50K or 50 miles in heat and humidity.
My God. You're a beast.
It doesn't sap me like it used to.
You are a beast. It zaps me still.
All right.
Yeah, well, it's not ideal.
I'm gonna guess at the answer to this question, but I'll ask it. Have you ever worn a costume for a race and or worn matching outfits with friends?
I have, yes.
Okay.
Actually, and I still get reminded of it. I wore a tutu.
Oh.
With my friend Ray Moran, and it was for the Jingle All the Way 5K in Medford Lakes at Christmas. And we were not the only two. Somebody in the Run 856 group was like making tutus. So I still have it in a gym bag up in my closet, a nice frilly pink and gray tutu.
I feel like Tom is surprised by this answer. I think he was expecting you to be no, not at all.
So wearing the tutu then inspired me when I was I think I'm not sure. I don't remember if I won the age group at that race or I was second. But when I went up for the award, I actually did a pirouette.
I hope someone took a picture of that, because I feel like that should be the cover of this episode. Is you and your tutu.
Somebody did take a picture of it. I can send it to you.
We'll have to dig that one up for the podcast episode art.
Yeah,
That's so great. That's so great.
Tom's gonna wear a tutu coming up in October.
I am.
I heard that. Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you wear the race shirt or premium during the race or prior to finishing the race?
Oh, hell no. No, that's forbidden. I don't do that.
That's the right answer.
Yep.
And I also don't put it on right afterwards. What I like to do is wear the race shirt, like my first group run after the race.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because it's something then we can talk, it's like I can tell them about how well I did.
Yeah. There you
yeah.
go.
Yeah, that's a
And
good
it's
idea.
always Robert saying how well he did because he's always winning his age group. We're going to move into some random questions. What is your favorite breakfast food?
Favorite breakfast food is waffles, and I seldom have them.
Yeah. Like the
So
Big
they're
Belgian?
like a treat.
Yeah, they're like a treat. They don't have enough protein, so I usually have an egg sandwich.
Mm. Do you like the Big Belgian waffles?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, those are good.
We make those
With
a lot.
peanut butter.
That's like what I have every morning.
I was just going to say, if you want the protein, there's the Kodiak cakes that have the protein in them. So we bought a Belgian waffle maker, and now we make the Belgian waffles and then put peanut butter on them for extra protein.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's all. It's all good stuff.
All right. So, what song would be played on a loop in heaven?
In heaven, it would be something from Emerson, Lake and Palmer trilogy album, maybe Endless Enigma, or Take a Pebble, one of those.
And in hell.
I'm not coming up with anything for that one.
I feel like that's harder.
It really is, because I don't recall songs that I hate. I just don't listen to them again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not listening to
The
it
Baby
permanently.
Shark song would be my hell song.
Baby Shark.
Yeah, it's a small world.
Yeah.
Yeah, those songs that get stuck in your head that you're like, God, where did this come from?
Yeah, get out.
All right. If you could have if you can have an unlimited supply of one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Well, I really liked the answer that I heard somebody else give, that money.
Yeah, that was a good one.
But I'm going to say time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
That's
that's a really good one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wish I had more time all the time.
Was it Vanessa that said money?
I was trying to think of who said it.
I don't know.
I don't
It was
think
recently.
it was Vanessa. It was somebody that I don't know.
Yeah, it was somebody very recently that played, whether it was Amy or I'm not sure. We'll have to go back and listen. But
We were all shocked. 'cause
I
it was
know,
such
like
an
that we
obvious
never,
answer.
that we never thought of that before.
I
Pretty
think time
obvious.
is the better answer,
Yeah.
but I'm surprised we hadn't gotten money yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the money was kind of the obvious answer. I was surprised that anybody said anything else.
Right.
Okay. Oh, you're getting some food questions tonight. So, what is the worst food you've ever eaten?
Fried okra.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
wow.
Mhm.
I don't know.
It's
I've
That was
had it.
quick.
Yeah.
That was.
slimy and gross.
I don't think I've ever had it.
I've had it. Yeah.
Don't do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good advice. Now,
I was not a fan either, but I've also had it.
now I'll know.
Well, and I'd spent probably 15 years in Texas. My wife's from Texas. All my in-laws are in Texas. And every now and then we'll go there for, vacation, and somebody will serve fried okra, and I just have to avoid it.
Oh, is that a Texas thing?
Yeah, it's a Texas thing.
Yeah, Texas Southern.
It's a
thing
southern.
also.
It's
Yeah.
a southern.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember we did Austin for my bachelorette, and they had it everywhere. I don't think we ever got it, but they had it everywhere.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
you are getting food and band questions, apparently.
Oh.
Music questions. What band would you be embarrassed to admit that you listen to?
I have a wide range of musical interests, and I'm not embarrassed about any of it.
Embrace
Good
it.
for you.
I listen to, progressive rock all the way from the early days of progressive rock in the 70s up to, current bands in progressive metal. And I listen to bubblegum pop from the 60s. I listen to ABBA. I listen to country music. I was the only one in my high school class that had a copy of Dolly Parton's Jolene album.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I love Emmylou Harris.
Oh.
And
Nice.
but I'm not. And the Monkees are a favorite of mine.
Mine too.
I was going to say, I feel
Oh,
like
yeah, we got
Diana
a
relates
Diana
to that.
loves the
I was
Monkeys.
going to say, Diana
yeah.
I love
relates
the
to that.
Monkees. I stick Spotify on the monkeys radio,
Yep.
and I'm not embarrassed by any of it.
Nice.
Monkeys were kind of underrated.
Oh, 100%.
Monkeys are they absolutely are, they are underrated.
All right, so now we
Did you know that Stephen Stills was almost a monkey?
Well, yeah, and then he suggested Peter Tork because they look alike.
Oh.
They live together.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, and Peter Tork is as talented as Stephen Stills. Yeah.
Yep. They like met in the village or something, I think.
Oh, wow.
They were folk singers.
Oh, look, you guys could do some monkeys trivia together.
Wow.
What is
Yeah. Some
happening?
monkeys trivia.
Did we just inadvertently start a monkeys podcast?
We
Amazing.
did.
Oh, gosh.
So now we head off to the James Lipton questions. What is your favorite word?
I looked at these questions and I thought I had an answer for them.
I was just going to say, did he just say,
Yeah. I got nothing. Drawing a blank.
And your least favorite word?
Don't.
All right, here we go. We're going to dim these lights, and I'm going to ask you, what turns you on?
See, look, it doesn't have to be.
I
like,
make it
dirty.
creepy.
You always make it dirty.
I make
Like,
it creepy.
It doesn't have to be. Like,
I would say, Tom. Say, abs.
Okay, what turns you off?
Stupidity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. What sound or noise do you love?
Babies giggling.
That's a good one. And what sound or noise do you hate?
Babies crying.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The worst.
Well, I'm more sensitive now that there aren't any around here,
Mhm.
Wow.
and haven't been for quite a while.
When you get on an airplane and one comes on the airplane and it starts crying immediately and you are very concerned very quickly if this is going to be your whole plane ride.
Yeah, exactly.
What is your favorite curse word?
Boing. I was just trying to save Michael some editing time. I'm sorry. Really,
Oh, God, that's amazing.
That was so
That's
good.
my favorite thing.
Oh,
Can't
gosh.
compose myself.
So,
That was so silly, Robert.
oh, gosh. Even though you are semi-retired, you said, what profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
I'd like to attempt a jazz musician.
And what profession would you not like to do?
Say anything in retail.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Wait, let's go
It's the
back to
worst.
this jazz musician. Are you a musician in general?
I was in
Okay.
high school. I was a woodwind player,
Okay.
and actually it was when I ran cross country my freshman year in high school in 1970, and I had to quit because it was interfering with my saxophone practice.
Oh.
So I took lessons like my junior and senior years in high school. I took improvisation lessons from a guy who's actually like rated in Downbeat magazine.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I was in a band. We played 60s stuff and then some jazz fusion, like kind of weather report
Okay.
Cool.
thing. And I thought about majoring in music and decided to major in engineering instead.
Those are very different things.
Yeah.
You
They
went a
are.
very different way in life.
Yep.
All right, Robert. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Welcome.
Oh,
Nice
simple.
and simple.
I like it.
Yeah, nice
I
and
love
simple.
that. Well, Robert, any parting words of wisdom to the people?
I just I would say it's never too late, since it's a running podcast, and running has really become my obsession over the last 6 years that I've been doing it. And I'd just like to say it's never too late.
Yeah.
I had not run in I ran cross country in 1970, and then I stopped until 2015.
Wow.
And I started running after my 59th birthday, and I'm having the time of my life doing it.
And you're placing in your age groups.
I'm accomplishing things. Yeah, I'm competitive in my age group. Maybe not nationally, but I would say regionally I am. And it's just, I see people going, "Oh, it's too late," and it's never too late.
That's awesome.
Robert,
I actually put that on. I put that on my road ID.
Robert, you are an absolute inspiration to us. I love seeing
100%.
you out there getting it done. I
Yeah,
mean,
thank
the
you.
distances you do, the things you have accomplished in the last few years. I mean, it's phenomenal. And there are moments that I think to myself, I can't do it. And then I look at your runs and I'm like, geez,
Yes,
look at Robert
you
out
can.
there
Yes.
doing what he's doing.
If I can do it, I mean, I smoked for 40 years. I quit smoking, started running, and I just keep setting new goals every year. And I'm pretty methodical about it. I've been hitting those goals, whether they're distance or PRs, Boston qualifying.
Oh my gosh.
Running roads, trails. It can be done. Anybody can do it.
Well, thanks, Robert.
You're welcome.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
You're welcome. Had a good time.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
Okay. See you.
Bye.
Bye.